everybody, welcome to day 10 of Scraptember. Today's prompt is stickers, and that's a really interesting one because you can use stickers in a lot of ways. I'm going to just show you some of the stickers that I have today. Hopefully we can use them in some creative ways. And I'm also going to show you how you can combine stickers. So I've got stickers from just some random different things that I've got. So I've got this little wine bottle sticker, this wine bottle sticker. This is going to be my title, wine tasting. And I am using um, these puffy stickers as well that have wine bottles and not these two that just happen to be attached to it. Sometimes I put stickers in places and they just attach, but we're going to put those right there. Maybe we'll use those later. But I have lots of wine bottles and grapes. And then I have the, what was this collection? Anybody? Spice film strips, because it goes great with the wine, which is the vineyard collection that I have, because we're going to be scrapbooking some pictures of a wine tasting we went to. So I'm going to do that. I will put you on fast forward and we'll watch it come together. Kind of using one collection here with a few extra stickers, and that's kind of where I'm in my comfort zone. So I went ahead and used the papers I had already cut from doing another page, so I didn't have to cut any other pictures. I ended up not using ribbon, which was kind of odd if I think about it now, because usually I always use ribbon. But I had a cream or kind of a peachy piece of paper that came with the solids collection for this. I do highly recommend, if you have a photo play line that comes with a solid collection, you grab it, because it really does help because they just match perfectly. And now I knew I wanted to do the big block of paper and then do a lighter color mat on top of that. That's what I ended up doing. So that worked out perfectly. I then have those two photos. I butted them up together and didn't leave any kind of space between them. I think that is what I wanted to do. That worked out. And so now I have just kind of a big, bold photo on the mat. So this was what I wanted to use for the title. And then after I put it down, I realized I really had wanted to pop it up. It says wine tasting. That's what we were doing. We were doing the wine tasting. It was I think I've done a page already, maybe on day, let's think about this, day 5 for Mix Old and New. So 5 days ago, for the literature and wine tasting page that we did. It was a lot of fun. I'm pulling out the Spice film strips and I am using those just to kind of add a little bit more color to the page. So they come in this really pretty maroon, the orange, which matches the colors that I'm wearing, which are the orange and green. This overall set that I had on, which was cute. And then the rest of this is just a few stickers from the layout. Wine tasting ends up being the title, so I'm using a sticker as a title. I'm putting these film strips, 3 of them on the top and 3 of them on the bottom, one in orange, one in purple, and one in green, just to kind of give a little bit of structure. That'll be a place that I can put stickers later. If you have a layout like this and you don't really know where you want to put stickers, add things like film strips or paper layers, and then that gives you a holding space for things later on. That allows you to kind of create a place. Now, I was trying to figure out how I wanted to put this on there, and I think actually somebody came in and talked to me, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to cut it and do it vertical. I haven't done a vertical film strip in a while, and that gives you a place for it. Perfect. Sometimes you have to kind of think outside the box. So now I'm looking for another purple one that I can add up there. I find a little purple one, and that is the perfect size. Now these film strips have this, some of them have in the middle of them the plastic, so I did have to pick those out and then throw those away. But you'll see I have 2 sets of the film strips kind of giving you a diagonal. And now I'm going to look at the sticker sheets to try to see what else I want to add for the stickers. There are, and once again, I stick these down even though I knew I wanted to pop them up. Part of what I wanted to show you was you should pop up stickers, and every time I thought I would pop something up, I forgot to do it. So this time I'm popping up the corkscrew. It is great when you have a sticker sheet like this that has exactly what you want. And because we are talking about wine tasting, and this one says wine and friends together is perfect or something like that, and it's exactly what I needed. This is the best kind of collection when you find things that you actually need and you want and it works with what your pictures are. That's when the stickers are the best. Sometimes you have to take stickers and you have to cut them or something, but in this particular case I didn't have to. So then I do have some wine themed puffy stickers that I'm adding, and it's just a couple of wine and a couple of wine glasses. It's kind of the finishing touch. For the last thing, I'm going to get my handy dandy dark gold Nuvo drops or Nuvo spray, and I'm going to splatter that over just to kind of add a little bit of texture. I will see the peach paper is very, very flat, so it did need a little bit of something. I could have done some stamping on it, or I could have done some other mixed media, but I think the splatters add just enough. So in a second, you're going to see the close-up. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you're enjoying Scraptember. We will be back tomorrow, which is day 11 for wood veneer, and it's also the next big thing. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.